And we're back. You tuned into Sport Federation TV, the show that brings you all the news about all the sport in all of the Western Cape. Joining me now from the world of athletics and specifically race walking, we have Stefano, Aracena and Fundiswa, Sandi. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Right. So, you have to start off with race walking specifically, because in athletics there's so many different disciplines under the umbrella. Race walking is what you're here for. Describe the sport for us.
Okay. Race walking basically it's I can say it's a running without pounding. What do I mean about that? You know, when you run, sometimes both of your feet are on the air. But with race walking, you must keep contact with the ground. One foot on the ground, and then you prepare your next foot to put forward.
Right.
And it's basically, you need to have a technique. For it, you need to swing your hips, your posture, your arms, and that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything to add to that, Stefano?
Yeah, I think it's quite a technical event. Obviously, there's a set of rules that are applied to make a race walker conducive to race walk correctly. The main thing is obviously when the person goes forward, their leading leg needs to be straight on contact. And at the same time, they need to remain in contact with both feet on the ground at that point. So it's very technical. We do rely on judges to make the call if the person is walking legally or not.
So technical for something humans are designed to do. Hey?
And you know, it's almost technically 3 strikes and you're out of the race. So
okay.
It's really...
Well, you've brought a video so we can take a look at walking, which you've made sound very complicated now, so that our viewers can have a look at exactly what it's about. Well, there's a look at some of the technique you were alluding to earlier. What event was that?
So that was one of our Grand Prix events. We have about 4 Grand Prix events per year.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was dated, I think, our first Grand Prix for the year, which takes place at Youngsfield. And what's quite nice is we've got quite a wide range of age groups that participate. So you could see there that was more the Masters category, but we've got youngsters that come through the youth and the junior levels, seniors and so forth.
Fundiswa, with the technique that you were speaking about and the swaying of the hips and you basically, if I understood correctly, the entire underside of the foot has to make contact
with the ground.
With the ground,
correct.
right?
That's
so
correct.
it's toe heel or heel toe, whatever it is.
Yes, that's correct.
You gotta be doing that. I suppose in the future there'll be sensors in people's shoes to make sure they're doing that.
Yes,
Hey?
right.
Because now even with the judging, they judge that just with the naked eye.
Yeah,
They can't use if they've taken a picture or a camera or a video or anything. They just need to be a naked eye when they do the judging.
Right. Well, funny you would say that. I actually, earlier this week on the radio, somebody asked the question, how did Michael Jackson lean forward so much in one of his videos, and he actually had something built into his shoe to do that. So I suppose with the naked eye, it would be difficult
Yes.
to actually establish that, especially for those big competitions.
course.
Hey, but it sounds so exciting, and from what I've seen in the video, it's such a wide range of age groups involved. How old is your youngest kid?
Say from 6 years, because when we're doing the Grand Prix, we have a 1 kilometer distance, which is for the young ones. We've got 3,000 meters. We've got 5,000 meters, and then we've got 10,000, which is 10 kilometers for the juniors.
Oh,
Yes.
And how young are the children registering for the sport?
It's a wide range of age group. You know, you can get someone as young as 6 years old, like Fundi said, you know, trying it out. But generally, you know, the focus starts at around 14 years and upwards.
Right.
You know, we technically want children to have a vast feel for all different sports before they specialize.
Right.
And obviously we want them to come and do race walking to get a feel for that as well.
Now, I know how tight-knit people are in the athletics world, in their clubs. You see when they're doing marathons, they're all together and they're cheering for each other, and it's amazing. What do you think would draw one towards race walking as opposed to running, which is also such a popular discipline in athletics?
Well, I think the nice thing about race walking is that you know, it's different in the aspect of a challenge. You know, and the moment people get tied into a challenge, they kind of want to come back for more. And I find that with all race walkers, you know, once they started and give it a bash, they're there for life. So you'll find that the race walking community is very tight knit. And you know, a couple of years it was very small, and now it's steadily growing.
Yeah.
And that's really our appeal. You know, we want to appeal to new novices wanting to give it a try. You know, at school level, varsity level, senior level, come through, give it a bash, and you'll actually really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So there is an appeal of enjoyment.
Okay.
And also, you can be surprised how many of our senior athletes that are getting the SA colors. You know, from the young ones, it's a motivation. If I get the Western Province colors, I need to work hard to get the SA colors, to get the green blazer. You know?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
for sure. I always say it's every athlete's dream to have provincial colors and eventually South African
Of course,
colors,
of
no
course.
matter what sport
Of
they're
course.
participating in. So tell us about the Western Province Road League walks.
So what's nice is we've got opportunities across our calendar, and as you know, Western Province has a vast range of events that happen every week, which cover all distances from 10 kilometers up to the marathon. And we've identified key races that we feel is conducive to hosting a race walking event. And at these road league walks, right, we have specified race walking event that ties in with the road running for walkers. And what's nice about that is that you know, you can walk in a safe environment with other race walkers and get a feel for what it feels like to walk in a proper race. So it's really great. It's open to all novices and professional race walkers as such.
Yeah.
And really, you know, the family can come along and give it a bash as well.
Yeah.
It's a really great opportunity.
Would you guys happen to know, just off the cuff, any records that are currently held for different distances?
I mean, if we're talking about national level, our current national Olympian is Lebo Khanshange, and he's walking a half marathon equivalent of an hour and 20 minutes. So that's how fast these guys are walking.
Wow.
Which
Yeah.
I can't even run
It's
that
crazy.
time in
Wow.
21
It's really
kilometers.
fast.
Yeah.
And on a provincial level, I mean, Fundi, you'll know more or less the time.
Yes, we've got Anel, and she also competed in the
At the Olympics.
at the
as well.
Olympics. Yes, I think her best time for the 20K
134.
it's 134. Yes, for a 20K. That's our best
So it's
senior lady.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I can't even wrap my mind around
Yeah.
that. You know, I did the Two Oceans Half Marathon a couple of years ago, and my first time ever, and just to do it under 3 hours almost killed me, to be quite honest. 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So they're walking really fast, and that just gives you the idea and intensity of how fast these walkers are actually going forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really impressive.
Oh.
And you know what is interesting now with our what do you call the league races? If a 10-kilometer run starts at 7 o'clock, our event, the league walk, starts 15 minutes later, so that we give them a gap, the back runners, so we can start just after them. But when they see the top walkers passing them at the back, you know, they get motivated.
Yes.
They're like, you know what, we hate these workers. They make us feel like we're not doing anything. And they will come after the event and ask, where are you training and how do you do in order for you to walk this fast, you know. So it's also encouraging for other people, the people that are running so slow, which they can walk so fast.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Or maybe this is a sport I should have tried
Yeah, please
instead of
come and try.
running. Okay. So there'll be some events coming up soon
Yes.
that people can participate in. Fundiswa, you want to tell us about that?
Yes, on Friday and Freedom Day, we've got Nantes 10-kilometer league walk. So it starts at 7:10. If you go to the Western Province Road Race League events, you will see it.
Okay.
And then on the 12th
Of
of
May.
May, we've got the second Grand Prix. We will have 10 kilometers for juniors. We will have 20-kilometer distance mixed for seniors and masters. And on the very same event, we will also be hosting a Western Province champs for the 10K and the 20Ks for the masters.
Okay, lovely. And anybody can enter. Hey?
Anybody can enter, yes.
Okay.
But for the Western Province champs, you need to pre-enter so that you can be you get your name on the database, and also you need to be registered as the Western Province master.
Okay. And for people who are not affiliated to a club or affiliated to Western Province, may they also enter?
They are welcome to enter. We do have a novice field, which is over 5 and 10 kilometers, and on the day they can purchase a temporary license to compete in that. So they're more than welcome to come and enter on the day if they're not affiliated with the club.
Okay.
With the novice, we need to emphasize that when you enter as a novice, you know, like we said, we have judges. We have a 2-kilometer loop. Every 500 meters, we have a judge who will tell you if you're not in contact or you're doing something wrong. But with the novice, the rules are relaxed. The judges will tell you what you're doing wrong. They will show you how you do it right, so you don't really get disqualified.
Right. And I
Yes.
suppose the rules are there,
Yes.
so that the person who wins is actually walking.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. You make a thing we take for granted sound so exciting, and I can see how passionate you are about your sport. Thank you for sharing the news with us, and thank you for the work you're doing in your communities.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay, and come back and give us more feedback.
We will. Thank
Sure.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
And that's it from Racewalking. After the break, we'll be back with another exciting sport. Don't go anywhere.